Hi. Every week I get asked, Samuel, what's the best finish you can put on a wood project? If there was one best finish, I wouldn't have 20 cans of finish lying in my shop. The answer is the best finish depends on what you want your piece to look like, what you want it to feel, and the protection you need from the finish. Now, the other things to consider are, is it environmentally safe, the ease of application, and the safety of the finish itself. Now, saying this, one finish I really like is a simple oil finish. Why? I like to feel the wood. It doesn't leave a thick surface finish. I don't like high gloss also. I like the smell of oil. I like to apply it without gloves. It's food safe. It's super easy to apply. And I don't need to wash brushes or anything like that. And it's also environmentally better. So I'll show you how to oil a bowl, but before I just want to mention a few things. Not all oils or natural oils are usable. The best to use are tung oil, linseed oil, or walnut oil. All the other oils like olive oil or mineral oil, they never cure and I don't recommend them. The other thing I want to mention is that even if it says tung oil on the can, doesn't mean it's 100% tung oil. This, for example, has some tung oil, but also some varnish. It's the same method of application, but you can't drink that stuff, obviously. It has varnish. This year is 100% tung oil. I bought this at Lee Valley, but you can also buy it at other stores, even local too. So I'll show you how to do it. So first off, when you oil a piece of wood that never had any finish on it, you want to apply a lot because the fibers are going to absorb the oil. So I can even pour some in the bowl. And you can use a small piece of cloth. No need to use a lot because it'll just absorb and you'll lose a lot of finish. Actually, you could even apply it with your bare fingers. It's not toxic. So I'll just go ahead, and what you want is the whole boil or piece to absorb as much oil as it wants to, and sometimes it will take a lot. Now I did put a lot. Actually, I could pour some back in the container. I'll just go ahead and you want to do that for a couple minutes. Just go over the piece, oil it, and just let the fibers absorb as much oil as it can. After 5 minutes of going over your piece like that, what do you want to do next? Don't throw your cloth away like that, bunched up. Oil can actually spontaneously combust. So you want to open your rag and just lay it on the edge of your garbage, or put it in a closed metal container so it doesn't catch fire spontaneously. What you do next is take a fresh piece of, you could take an old t-shirt or a paper towel, and you just want to wipe off the excess, just to leave a thin film over your piece like that, okay? Just to make sure there's no excess. And even after a couple hours, you can even recheck your pieces, because sometimes some oil will bleed back from the bowl. You want to wipe that excess off, otherwise it'll form a shiny bead. So as you can see, this piece looks a lot nicer already. You can wait 24 to 48 hours after that dries and repeat 1 or 2 more applications just like that. All right, I'll set this aside. If after that you want a piece to look a little bit glossier or have still a better feel, the other step you can do is wax your bowl or cutting board. So I'll explain how to do that. What I use is paste wax. There's all kinds, Johnson & Johnson, Clefam's beeswax polish. What you want to do is put a little lump inside a cheesecloth, okay? And so what you do, you just press on the cheesecloth so it just seeps through, and leave just a little bit on the surface. You don't want to butter your piece with wax. So if you press hard, you'll see it becomes shiny, so you're leaving a very thin film of wax on your piece. This is a piece that I finished a few weeks ago. All right, so you do like that. Go over your piece simply like this. And you can wait a few minutes after you've rubbed it all over, so the some of the evaporative component of the paste wax evaporates. It'll get a bit hazy over, so you can wait a few minutes, and after that you take another fresh piece of cloth, cotton cloth, and what you want to do is buff really hard as if you want to remove everything. So like Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. So the idea is to leave a very, very, very thin film on your surface. Otherwise, it'll become, you'll smear your piece with your fingers. So you don't want to leave any excess wax. So you just rub really hard on the surface as if you want to try to remove completely everything. And this is as simple as that. That's how you wax a piece after you're done. Now, if you have a cutting board and you want to renew a finish, what I would suggest is wash your cutting board really well with water and soap. Let it dry for, even a whole day, ideally. Then you can sand off any fuzzy wood fiber that lifted with water, that's been exposed and lifted with water. Sand it off with 400 grit, for example, and apply the oil as I showed you. Soak your board, let the board take as much oil as it wants. Then wipe off the excess, let it dry for a day, and repeat the application once or twice. And then if you wish, you can add some wax on top of that. Hope you enjoyed. You can share if you want, and don't hesitate to ask me any question through my Facebook or website. Thank you.